Okay, so we're going to do kind of a mystery reading. So these are going to be messages for whatever Spirit's kind of wanting to lay on you. Sometimes it's nice to do a reading like this because instead of asking a specific question, we're allowing Spirit to speak to us. So that's definitely good when you have a lot going on and you're not sure really what to ask. But sometimes we, ask questions that really maybe we're not asking the right question, or we don't even know that that's something that we need to ask or something that's on our radar to ask. So with that being said, we have 3 piles here to choose from. Pile 1 is this is called the Mystical Moments, Tarot of Mystical Moments. And this is a piece of, these are all quartz, but this is a piece of, it's a piece of quartz, and I think smoky quartz is in there with it as well. But I'm not really sure about this one. I tried to look it up and it's not really telling me. So if anybody else knows, be my guest, please share in the comments. Pile 2 is the Fountain Tarot, and this is actually a piece of rose quartz, but it's so faded, but it's one of my favorites for some reason. I don't know why. It's just like how barely pink it is. And then pile 3 is the Dream Keeper's Tarot, and this is a piece of clear quartz crystal. Okay, so there's your 3 piles, guys. Mystery reading. Don't know what these are going to be about. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Timestamps are down below, and I'll see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1. So if you chose the Tarot of Mystical Moments and this piece of clear quartz or quartz that has, I think, smoky quartz in there, but not really sure for sure, but it is pretty. Okay, so I'm going to get some different oracles to start. This is the way I kind of like to start to see what the situation is itself that we're looking at here. We're going to use these Queen of the Moon oracles. This is going to tell me what this is about. Since this is a mystery reading, we don't know what this is pertaining to. I'm going to read the oracles as the situation itself, so then we'll get tarot to get more in depth about what we're really needing to understand, know, have advice on, what's to come, whatever Spirit wants to kind of bring forward about it, okay? So, pile 1, Spirit. Pile 1. That's pile 1's message here, Spirit. Okay, so we have faith, number 31. We have Flourishing, number 37. And we also have number 9. Assessing. Okay. Went quiet there, didn't I? We also, okay. We have Resistance. It's like you're assessing the situation here, right? And there's a little bit of resistance, which is actually holding you back from being able to really gain what you're wanting to gain here in this situation. You're having to step into faith here. This is heavy Empress energy. I'm feeling the moon right here on this card. So like maybe some illusions, deceptions, hidden things are kind of keeping you from being able to possibly take your mask off and be real. And you're kind of sitting in this hermit type of energy here. This is what the hermit looks like to me. Resistance is the number 7, number 25 added. So it's like you're having to resist or fight the urge, maybe from the outside influences here. It's kind of like 7 of Wands energy. Also the 9 of Wands, like you're putting some kind of, this is taking you a long time. This card here is your overall kind of sense of what's going on. So we have growth here. It's like whatever you've grown, however you've grown, it's like you're wanting to hold on to that. You could be resisting some kind of change as far as maybe a foundation goes. But there's a hint of prosperity that could take place here. There's all these birds around the hand and these ladybugs. So they're telling me this is like you're kind of resisting what's coming here for you. It's almost like you have some kind of manifestation that you've tried to gain, and now it's there and the opportunity's there for you, but you're still assessing the situation. You're still kind of in this place to where you keep telling yourself, well, I'll know when the right time comes. I'll listen to my intuition. I'll be in a place to where I understand when I need to kind of move from where I'm at. I know whenever I'm going to have that lay on me, you know, that feeling of, okay, now's the time. And really what you're doing is the longer you prolong, the longer you resist this change here or this opportunity, you're going to lose the opportunity. There's a chance that you could just pass this by. And, you know, they always say things that are meant for you won't pass you by. And I think that's true. But I also feel like opportunities will pass you by. And you may have to take a harder route to get to what it is that you want. And I think the universe is kind of saying, here's an opportunity for you to fulfill something here, this Empress energy, to have this fulfillment take place. But you may be letting some of your illusions, deceptions, you know, it's like your mind's playing tricks on you here. And what it's doing is actually keeping you stuck. It's like almost like you're trying to be fully prepared, so you're not moving and taking a step forward. So you're still in this like analytical part of it, but you're getting to the point to where you say, I'm here because I'm trying to assess. I want to make sure I would make the right moves. But what's happening is it's getting to you. It's getting to you. And really all you're doing is you're just redoing all the ways it could go wrong in your head over and over and over. So let's figure out what more is about this. 4 wands, it's a foundation. 2 wands, that's you moving in that direction, trying to figure out which direction to move in. This could pertain to a physical move at the world. She's holding the world, or this could just be a really big deal to you, something that you've sat on for a long time. This could even look in the way of the world in tarot like a cycle that needs to close out. Having an opportunity to close that cycle and kind of move on to something else. But look where she's looking. She's looking at the moon. You know? She's stuck on the roof, staring at the moon. But she's holding the world in her hands. She's got that opportunity right there in her hands, but she's not choosing it. Okay. Sorry, did I get on y'all's butt? Me too. If that's you sitting there on that roof just staring at the moon, I know it's great, but you know, you have to have light. You have to have the sun as well, clarity, motion, progress, moving forward in a positive direction. And I feel like that's there. You're just not looking at it fully. Okay. Funny too, because a lot of these cards that we see here, they all have a representation of earth along with it. Here you have her belly is the earth, you know, the creation of life, birthing something new, having an opportunity to create something new. The earth here element with all the fruit and she's bearing the fruit, you see, that you're not seeing in this picture. And then here you have the earth element she's holding on to. It's like you're holding on to what this is here. And you have the earth here as well, down at the bottom. And she's not looking at that, you know. Grounding this is what you're lacking, what you're missing. Okay. Okay, so this is something that really needs to come out, and I want to, the way these cards popped out. This right here is something that's one of the most important things here. You have the 5 of Swords in reverse. This is that conflict that you need to come out of, and a lot of this has to do with the internal conflict. Maybe something that happened to you here in the past with someone else that you need to kind of move on from. You're holding some kind of missing piece here. It's in this person's heart space. You may be holding on to a truth of heartbreak, or carrying heartbreak along with you. But there needs to be a resolution here with this being in reverse. This 5 of Cups, this could be a loss. You know, you could have lost someone here in some way. And you're carrying that, their heart like with you. You're carrying that pain with you. Either you caused or you have, or both. You're blinded in one sense by the growth that you, purity, innocence. You're blinded by the innocence of what happened. Yeah. The way you saw this, what you wanted here. Whatever innocence this is to you guys. In some way, you're kind of blinded by that to be able to see this other person's perspective here. But you have the missing piece. If you're having conflict with somebody, you're the one that has the opportunity to kind of close this chapter or change things or whatever that is. You're holding it. You're just resisting it. And for some of you, you're resisting moving forward because you're holding on to this pain. You may not even notice that or see that, how that's affecting your life in general. Three of Pentacles, King of Cups, Scorpio energy. Look at how much he wants this piece. You have this huge sailboat of wanting to be in a calmer place. But in their calm waters here on his chest, you have two shark tails. It's probably whales. No, those are sharks for real. Those emotions, like the water, like the moon, that's where you go off course. You get into those emotions, those deep emotions. You get into those, and then you start turning things more negative. The depths of the unknown, it's something they're telling me. The depths of the unknown, they could be endless. They could be endless. You could go down that dark tunnel and you could say, if, what, whatever, forever and ever and ever. You can literally stay down there forever, coming up with new stories, new ways, either things are going to work out in the future or things and how they were in the past. You could literally tell your mind so many different stories, go in the depths of that. There's a call here to be balanced. There's a call here to not get so far into your emotions that you kind of overdo it and you're in those depths. Pull yourself out of that and kind of find that heart space and that head space and find that equal balance. This has something to do with if you want to commit to moving on past this, needing to work on this, needing to find this forgiveness so that you can kind of move forward here. Tell me more about this. Look at that. The world. So you can close this cycle. Yep. So you can close this cycle. Tell me about the... Okay. This is the delay. You can't commit to progress. You're having a hard time with this resistance, committing to moving forward because there's either you're frustrated too because you want to be able to work. Sorry about my son if you can hear him. He's just got a new computer stuff for his birthday and he's loud. You want to commit to moving forward, but you're in this energy of I just really want to ride the wave here, I just really want to move forward and just ride the wave of what I'm feeling. But you're not really allowing yourself to do that. The want to's there. Wanting to work on things. It's like when someone's in your life and you're like, I really want to work on this, or I really want to move forward on this. I really want to work on the way that I'm feeling or the lack of progress that's being made and commit to something and just do it already. But then you get kind of held back. There's either delays that take place. and you're frustrated with those delays that take place. This could look into just your life in general. Something that you've been working on is just either got delayed or didn't go the way that you planned. Tell me about the Five of Swords in reverse. The Empress in reverse. There's the Empress energy. It's like you're having a hard time standing up on your own and actually continuing forward towards this balance and closing the cycle out. Because there's things here that you're still holding on to. There's issues here that you're still holding on to, and a lot of that has to do with the heartbreak and what was actually happened was caused. This could be someone else here too as well. This is Taurus energy. Of course, you have the World, so you have all the fixed signs out. So that's Taurus again, Scorpio again. Those two signs may be really significant. Aquarius and Leo as well. Let's see why the King of Cups is here. The Ten of Pentacles. This could be family. This could be a legacy. This could be your finances, your abundance, long-term success, bringing things into balance so that you can have long-term success, so that you can have your abundance, so that you can build your empire, you know, kind of energy. Something that you're seeing as something that's going to be there for a long time. A direction that you really want to take. You're having to, you need to pull, what Spirit's saying here is that you need to be able to pull into balance the things that you need to in order to move forward and to close this out and to have what it is you really want here. But even though you want it, you're resisting it at the same time. And that's why you're so frustrated here. It's like you can't commit to something. I'm feeling that for some of you. And this could be even emotionally or mentally. You start to feel better, and then something happens and you feel yourself back into the depths, and then you start going through it again and you're like, why am I doing this to myself again? That kind of energy is what I'm feeling here. Tell me about the World. The Three of Wands. In order for you to be able to move forward and have success, and look, she's holding that boat there. You have your empire down here, right? You have to be able to balance the scales because they're not balanced here and close the cycle out. You're wondering why are things getting delayed? Why is this? Why is that? Well, because you're not putting the right energy out there. These are the blocked energies right here. The Five of Swords and the Empress. So however this resonates for you, you're sitting in a place where either you haven't moved on, you haven't forgiven a situation, or there's still some kind of conflict there, or you're carrying a loss of pain with you that hasn't been fully addressed, or really nurtured or focused on. And that is causing you to be frustrated because you can't move forward in the way that you want. And it's also causing delays. Devil in reverse. You need to let go of these negative thoughts that you keep thinking. All this negativity needs to be gone. And what they're saying here is that if you would just make a choice of which direction you want to take and really fully commit to that and move and go for it, then you could actually get yourself out of this like wormhole, like loop that you're kind of in. You're in a loop, you know? You just need to commit and make that choice. That's how you fix this blockage. Tell me about this Three of Pentacles. Strength. You have to have courage to face the situation dead on. You have to have courage. This is Leo energy. They're also saying here, you have the strength to be able to do what it is that you're wanting to do here. Whatever that looks like for you guys. You just need to do it. That's all. Five of Swords in reverse, please. What is this? Five of Swords in reverse. Can you tell me more? Justice. Yeah. This is very straightforward reading, guys. And she's holding this sword of truth. And she's sitting on top of that mountain, that hill, that empire. It's like you're at that top of that hill. And you're just sitting there instead of going. You know what I mean? Like you finally made it to the top of the hill and you've been sitting there for a while, like this hermit energy, assessing the situation. But you haven't figured out, I mean, you're still sitting up there. And even though you want to be able to move forward and move on, you haven't done that because you just can't commit because all these things that are going in your head here. Magician at the bottom of the deck. Six of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Two of Wands, 10 of Swords in reverse, 9 of Swords in reverse, Death. Look at all these 10s, guys. Look at all these 10s. 7 of Swords, Deception, hidden things. There's that Hermit in reverse. You've been in this energy for too long. You need to come out of this. There's deception here about possibly, and there's that 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Wow, all the 10s right here in my hand. Look at her. She keeps picking flowers and putting them on her back. Keeps on doing it, even though it hurts. And you need to be able to have this forgiveness or heal yourself here, or release the pain and the grief of whatever deceptions took place. You're holding on to something. Possibly feeling rejected in some kind of situation. Feeling like you've lost everything. This could be family, a relationship, this 10 of Cups. Feeling like you lost your 10 of Cups. You need to be able to let go of all this so that you can have a rebirth for yourself. The opportunity is, it's saying the opportunity is here for you to be able to get out of this 9 of Swords energy and be able to see the light, right? And have improvements here. Turn this around. It's like they're saying here is like, it's frustrating because you have the key to be able to commit and do this, but you keep getting trapped in your own head about it. And look, 2 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. That's the key that you hold. Look, you're holding the key. You're holding the world and the key. You have the key to close this out. But you're choosing to balance. You're still in that energy of, juggling ideas in your head, juggling situations, juggling opportunities, or which direction you want to take. It's like sitting at the top of that mountain and going, I don't know, should I go this way? Maybe I should go back the way I came. I don't know. What's down there? Should I go this direction or that direction? And you just keep doing it over and over and over. And it's like, for God's sakes, can you just move? Will you just move? Look, we know you want to get to a calmer place. Just put that anchor down. Get out of the clouds, like the dark clouds too, guys. Look, you can manifest this. It's almost like the manifestation that you want, you've asked for, and it's here, and now you don't know what to do with it. Now you're like, look too in this card. You have the swan. You have the butterfly. This can involve some kind of soulmate energy here with that swan. She has a birthday hat on and like the little, it looks like a sparkler. Like, it's almost like you've pulled this opportunity out of a hat. Magician, you pulled this manifestation out of the hat. Like, holy crap, I was waiting for an opportunity for this, and here it is. But then here you go, getting in your head about it. Should I put the anchor down? Should I not? Is that the right island? I don't know. What if there's something down there on that island that's gonna get me? What if I run out of space, or something? It's just like, just put the anchor down. Nope, let me just sit here and juggle this in my mind a little bit longer. I'm just gonna hold on to this key in the world and stare at the moon on the roof. Ah, it's so frustrating. Let's see what spirit message cards we have here. Look too on this card, the Three of Wands, which is about you sitting there waiting, waiting and wanting to move or waiting for whatever it was that you asked for to be there. But look, she's not looking at the ship, which is the Six of Swords, moving into calmer space. She's looking the other direction. She's looking for clarity over here. It's like, I don't know why I'm feeling this, but it's like when you're sitting there waiting for somebody to show up and they're there, there's just not parked in the right spot. And so you sit there, wait and wait and wait, and they're like, I'm over here. In simple terms, that's what I'm looking at, And it's just, you need that strength, but you already have it. Some of you may just be frustrated with yourselves, in a way, like that you're doing this. Sometimes Spirit kind of makes things happen to shake things up. So I think this may be indicating this is kind of a time for you to do this in a calmer way. That Tower, I feel, I don't know why, but I just feel like, Justice is here. And Empress in reverse. So something new needs to spark, needs to happen, needs to grow here. And it could happen in a different way than you wanted because you don't take the action that you need to. And the manifestations that you wanted, the way you wanted it, may not come out into the place that you wanted. This is why this reading's coming across, though. You have an opportunity right now. That's what it's telling you. Free will. We can do this the good way or the bad way. Not necessarily bad, but the easier, the harder way. Let's just say that. What advice? Heed your dreams. Imagine that. Become a shapeshifter. You need to shift. You need to shift. Look at these two looking, the way they're looking here. And she's that fox, that strategic. You feel like you're trying to be strategic. I have to be strategic here. But really, you're just over analyzing it, and it's putting you into that bad place. And here, your dreams are right here for the taking. You're worried about if, this is the right or wrong thing to do, is which direction you should take with this, all these things, guys, just over and over. And they're saying you need to shift your perspective here. Nurture the soul. So what is your soul calling you to do? This is asking you to cleanse your soul, okay? Drink from the fountain of purity. This is a call for you to cleanse out what you're holding on to. Look, a new day dawns, guys. Wow, look at that. I love this card, it's so pretty. Yeah, come on, guys. I'm rooting for you. You can do it. I feel like it's just right there. It's just like right there for the taking. Actually, I'm being called to these. Yeah, you don't want to regret anything. You don't want to regret anything. You don't want to say one day, man, I could have fixed that, or I could have done that, or I could have let that go and made that choice, or I could have made that choice sooner, or whatever that is. You don't want to go back and say, if I could only have been strong enough, if I could only have realized how strong I was at the time, I could have done that. Tell me advice, please. Acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. Accepting that everything happens for a reason is a way through this. And you've already learned this lesson. You already know this. You're already in that space. It's like they're telling you here with mastery, you have the key. Strictly sexual. This connection is That's random. That's not really what I was anticipating. Can you tell me more about that? Can you tell me more about that? Strictly sexual, please. 2 cards come out. Integrity and go slow. Wow. Okay. Whatever it is that, this is a negative thought, okay? And then this isn't what you think it is. And let me explain. It says this connection is passionate but not enduring. I think this is part of what you're afraid of. I think this is part of the illusions here. But with Nourish Your Soul, there's something here they're wanting you to kind of nourish, to kind of see, with integrity and go slow, take time to get to know each other. It's almost like, for some of you, there's like this opportunity to fulfill some sort of passion here. It doesn't have to be sexual. I'm just looking at the passionate part of it. And this is why you're on the fence, because you're questioning the passion that you feel and how that kind of aligns with things internally. I'm feeling like this sense of somebody that's like in a mix between love and lust kind of space. And with this integrity, does the situation align with your values and morals? Is something that kind of lays on you here. But it's also something that you manifested. Interesting. For others of you, and it says nourish the soul, so this is something your soul's been calling for, guys. For some of you, this is going to be different. For some of you, this is like you focusing on what you're passionate about, but you're not sure if that's something that's really going to last long term. And this could be a relationship. And this is a call for you to go slow and to take time. Take time with it and give it time, give it some effort. Just do it already. You know what I mean? Like, even if this is something like a decision that you're sitting on and what path you want to take, all this is saying is that you're not going to know if it aligns with you until you actually physically do it. It's just saying do it and just take your time and just see how it feels. If you're not headed in the right direction, you can turn around and go in a different way. But there's a reason that this opportunity's here with you. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be like this. This is just a way for Spirit to kind of speak to me through the cards, and I know the message that's here. But whatever it is, it's laying on your soul, okay? It's something that Spirit's pushing on you, and accepting that everything happens for a reason. Could be that missing piece. If this is something like this, could be that missing piece, that 7 of Swords in reverse, coming clean. All that kind of stuff kind of plays into that for me. But knowing that everything happens for a reason. And then there's a lesson involved in everything that happened. You maybe, if this is something that somebody put on you, you know, somebody, how do I say this? If this is having to do with somebody leaving you out in the cold in a situation, or you having some kind of pain there over that, maybe it was passionate, but it wasn't enduring kind of thing, then that's a piece of pain that you're holding on to. And you already know how to kind of release that. And you know that everything happens for a reason, so that you can move forward towards your dreams and your goals. There's also a call here, though. You know how to kind of shift your energy, shift your direction that you're kind of in as far as those illusions and stuff take place. You just need to do it. I'm gonna get these. I don't know why I was going to, but now I'm like, no. Let's get some odds in, and we'll do moonologies. Okay. This is very soon, guys. Very soon. See? Something that's happening or gonna happen very soon. The opportunity is here. Future. Okay, yeah, you're sitting at a crossroads. You're holding on to some kind of wisdom here. Are you? It says, let the accumulation of your life experiences guide you to your decision. So there is an indecision. You already have that wisdom. You've learned the skill, ex-partner. This has something to do with an ex or unfinished love connection. Tell me more about that. And nurture, whether or not you want to nurture something here. This isn't going to resonate for everybody. Some of you, it has to do with other things in your life, but I think this is going to affect your life in those other things. We have romance in the bottom of the deck with strictly sexual and safe and single and control. You may be trying to figure out what you're wanting to kind of explore in a relationship for some of you. Okay, so let's get some postcards from Spirit. A postcard from Spirit. Oh, actually, Moonology first. Okay, Moonology. Give me some advice on this. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. The adjustments are this right here. Look at that. You have the same moon here. Yeah. Well, it says first quarter moon, but it's the opposite sides, you see. So I feel like part of the adjustments that it's talking about is you being stuck in this mode. Bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. And believe in the impossible, blue moon. Maybe you feel like this is a once in a blue moon type of experience with a new day dawns. Embrace the feminine. There is that Empress energy again. Reveal the truth, guys. If this is a relationship and there's something here that you're wanting to change, there's definitely a call here for you. See the signs. You've probably already been seeing the signs here to reveal the truth of something. Embrace the feminine and a new day dawns. Yeah, it's like this opportunity is right here. You just have to grab it, and you're all up in your head about it. Surrender to the divine full moon. Spirit been on your butt a little bit? Spirit been on your butt like me in this reading? Oh, hold on. Some of my cards got backwards. Okay. Postcard from Spirit, and we'll get some initials to close. Ooh, okay, that one jumped right out. Look, it's another dragon. You may look up dragons. They may be significant to you. I can't remember exactly what they mean. Maybe you're just ready to start a fire in a good way with this. Just saying. You are fierce. Dearest you, there's only one you, and you have a unique path and a special purpose. You're supposed to have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people, but then it is up to you to know, up to you how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing that you are to grow and strip away what's false. Don't compare yourself to others. This could have been someone that is a catalyst for you in your awakening, and you may be kind of awakening to this experience. Or this was someone from your past that you're recognizing as someone that is like that. That's just for some of you guys. It just came up. Where did I stop at? Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think a person is happier just because their outside looks good and according to society standards, but you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self. See how far you've come. Don't be distracted by what others are doing or sorry, had to take a breath. Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. Want what you have now, not what someone else has. We love you immensely and know that your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust. Loving you forever and ever. Okay, so there's a call here for you to trust, guys. They said it's just straight up. One word sentence, trust. So there you go. New day dawns. Reveal your truth, embrace the feminine, embrace the emotions, you know, embrace that King of Cups energy for sure. Know that you have things under control and in balance. Trust myself, trust yourself. Yes. What you resist persists. This is funny with resistance here and this coming out at the same time, guys. Come on now. What you resist persists. These feelings won't go away. They're going to keep like, you're going to keep like in that loop, you know, as long as you want. You have to get yourself out of it. Gentle okayness. I am that. Peace. Face the situation. And expansion. Face the situation so that you can expand. This is what it's calling you to do overall. You see the signs it says. Look. See the signs, reveal your truth, embrace that feminine energy, embrace the newness, the new beginning, the eggs cracking here, and a new day dawns. Spirit's very specific about this reading here. I am that. Okay. Own up to whatever it is that you feel, okay? So that you can find peace here and face the situation to expand. You have to trust yourself first and stop resisting. Go easy on yourself. We have the 7, which is alignment. 3 is the growth and the Empress energy again. Together you have 10, which is the completion of the cycle. Couldn't gotten any better. We have the X, which is the crossroads. And you have I see, you see what you need to do. G-E-N, X again, Y, and I. So this could definitely involve an X. I don't know why it's not here, but I see genius in the bowl with some of these letters. So it's like you already have that key right there. They keep pointing that out. You already have that key. You already have the key. I see Gen, so this could affect your generation in some sense, or they're wanting you to focus on that. Got quiet, didn't I? We have N, I-N-N. This could involve a move or visit, trip, something to that nature. And that's not it needs to be in, and I put I next to it. Good grief. Maybe, I mean, nothing's a mistake in a reading. So, that might resonate for you in some kind of way. It's weird that I said that. I looked right at that and I still saw an N. So crazy. It's never happened to me before. Not in a reading. Wild. Anyways, that could resonate here with someone. Or I'm in, like I'm in kind of thing. What else? All right, guys, I guess I'm gonna leave you here. Like cinema, like a movie. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna leave you here. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this helps guys moving forward and make that choice so you can reap the benefits and have a new day there so you can find your peace, okay? I'm gonna leave you here. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it resonates. Hope it makes sense to you guys. If you want a personal reading from me, I'm open to that right now. I'm about 2 weeks, maybe a week out. About a week and a half out. I should know that, but I don't at the top of my head right now. Have a lot going on this weekend, so yeah, that information's in the description box, okay? So thanks for being here. Thanks for your love and your support and your kindness always, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, Pal 2, so if you chose the Fountain Tarot and this piece of, it's clear rose quartz. It's very, very faint pink. I don't even know if y'all can tell, but I'm gonna set this to the side. This is one of my favorites. So. Okay, so before we get tarot, I'm gonna pull some of these are the Queen of the Moon, I believe, oracles. These are going to kind of give me an overall look. We're just wanting to know, what message does Spirit have for you? What is most important? What needs to come through? Like I said in the intro, if you didn't watch the intro, sometimes we just don't know what to ask. Sometimes we don't know what we need to know. So that's what I want to focus on here. And then we'll get tarot to get kind of more advice on that. Okay, well, here's the situation. Now, how do we get out of this? Okay, so we're looking at what the situation is that we need to know about here, Spirit, for pile 2. What is the situation that we need to know? Okay, so we have darkness, number 40. We have fruition. It's so hard for me to say that for some reason. I don't know, some words I just can't pronounce right. Number 37. I think that came out in pile 1, maybe in the same spot. Discernment, number 10. Discernment. Number 10, this is number 10. We have number 44. 4 is the number stability. Could be closing out a cycle here. We also have release, number 27. Could be releasing something or someone here. Okay. You're holding on to something. Trust is at the bottom of the deck because I feel like this is more or less a message of guidance, is trust. With number 32, I think that's what you're conflicted with. And I think it could have something to do with you being stuck in the nest, stuck in your egg, stuck in some kind of protection around you here and your vulnerability that you're sitting in, and not wanting to free yourself from that. But the way to kind of do that is trusting the outside situation here. Release is kind of giving me the same energy where she's holding on to these roots, you know, but still there's a call here with the butterflies, like a call to transform. You're needing to release something to do with your roots, okay? This could even be something that you're currently healing. There's some kind of thought or idea that you've been carrying with you that is connected to you, connected to your roots, that you need to release. For some of you, this could be just a relationship or someone that you've thought about or cared about for a long period of time. For some of you, this could be actual foundation, you picking up and actually physically moving somewhere, and having to let go of your roots here. So this could be somewhere that you have been solid, have a solid foundation at for a long period of time. This is about a decision that you need to make, and I think that you've been reflecting on this decision for a while. Yeah. You need to have growth, and it's almost like you're kind of having this growth causes you have to be vulnerable in order to experience it, and you're sitting in a place to where you're just having a hard time releasing things. You need to really focus on this discernment here, because you do have things that are supposed to come to fruition for you. Maybe some manifestations are here that are just kind of waiting in this period because of the cloudedness that's going on in your head. You kind of feel in a way that this maybe isn't true or real. So I don't know if you've seen some manifestations that have already come in, and now that you're faced dead on with actually taking that leap, that's when the resistance is taking place. You know, you have, look, she's holding the sun. You have the sun in your hands. You have the success, you have the clarity, you have the happiness right there. And you can't see it because you're clouded by the moon. You're clouded by the illusions. You're clouded by that, the things that you think are hidden. You know, you're really sitting on that clock tower, and and you're looking out and you're saying, I don't know. I don't know. Should I though? I don't know. And it's keeping you're reliving some thoughts that you feel like are helpful, but really, I think you're being a little bit blinded by that. I think that you may be kind of with discernment here, you know. You really have to decide, are these thoughts useful? Could I take some sort of action here at some point? I don't feel like you're staying so much on top of this as you want, because you're telling yourself, let's just wait a little longer. Let's just wait and see. And Spirit's like, my gosh, how much more do we need to throw at your doorstep before you figure this out? Like, good grief, please don't pass this up. I feel like you could be kind of in this darkness. This could be a darkness that you feel in a foundation that you're currently in. You may be looking down the road like, God, that looks far. That looks so far, you know, and dark and scary. And I don't know if I want to go down that road. Do I want to go down that road? You know, this is your energy right now. This tree right here reminds me of Christmas time because it's got, you know, it looks like I don't know if that's a cedar, but the tips are white. So it kind of does remind me of Christmas. Maybe this is a choice that you're going to come to light, okay? Maybe this is a choice that's going to come to light around Christmas time, or it's something that you're wanting to move on before Christmas time approaches. You know what I mean? I don't know who all celebrates Christmas here, so this is just December, around December with the cold tree here. Maybe November too, but I don't know. I feel like the holidays are on your mind, is what I'm saying. And you're like looking at this road and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I have to go. I have to get there, you know? So, interesting, which I always say. Let's see if we can get some tarot now and get more detail about this. What is Spirit wanting you to know about this? And maybe possibly some direction here would be good. I know it's hard when you get stuck in your head when you're fixing to make a big decision about something, especially when you're closing something out in your life and starting something new. And you sit there and you think, oh, man, I don't want to make the wrong decision. Maybe I've made some wrong decisions in my past and I don't want to do that same thing. I want to make sure I get this right. But sometimes when we do that, we just repetitively just go through the same exact things over and over and over. And before we know it, a year's gone by, 2 years has gone by. Things are constantly changing around us, but our minds. And then you lose that time. You know, time is irrelevant, true. But here on Earth, time is important to us, right? So you don't want to lose it. And I think this is part of the message that Spirit's kind of pushing on you here. I heard this person on TV the other day. It's coming to mind right now. Or something I was listening to. I listen to different stuff all the time. And they said, think about how often you go see your family on Christmas time. And it was about this guy going to see his parents, going to see his parents or his grandparents or something like that. And he said, well, we usually get together, or I'll talk to her at least 6 times a year. And that's pretty often, you know, but that's 6 times. That's not very much. 6 times out of a whole year. So how many days is that you don't talk to her? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes we underestimate how precious time is. Time is one of the most precious things that we ever have. It's the one thing in our world that you cannot create. You can't buy it. It's, you know, it's, the value of it is everything. And bringing things into balance, like the Temperance here, sometimes that takes some vulnerability. You see in the shell here, in the egg, she's naked here, and so is he here, which is vulnerability, showing your true self. 9 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Swords in reverse. Some of you have unfinished business here. But some of you may have just getting a different kinds of message, okay? Some of you, first off, some of you may actually be doing too many things that aren't beneficial to you right now. And that's just a side note that's kind of coming in. They're wanting me to express that, so there you go. And then some of you may have maybe had something gone on that, whatever that was for y'all, I'm not going to say what exactly it is. It's different for everybody. But something that went on is where you're kind of struggling here. And it's part of your unfinished business that's taking place. And it's keeping you in a place to where you're constantly feeling about how that thing didn't kind of come together or work out. With this Nine of Cups in reverse, it's like a wish fulfillment that just never happened, or it didn't happen in the way that you wanted. And the Six of Swords is telling me there's something there that you're missing or that you need to go back to. You know, the Six of Swords, I always like to describe it like this in my head. Clue y'all in on that. The Six of Swords is like when, you know, shit hits the fan and you jump in your car and just take off, right? You know, screw this, I'm getting in my car and I'm leaving, you know, and I want to deal with this. That's the Six of Swords. When it's in reverse, it's like you get halfway down the road and go, oh shit, I forgot my phone. You know what I mean? And you have to turn around and come all the way back. Six of Swords energy for me in reverse. That's what that is. You know, you have to go back to the situation that maybe you tried to avoid something in the past, and it's like Spirit's not going to let you get away with that, because Temperance is here. Balance is here. You know, Temperance is also energy of, if you're wanting something to come into balance, you have to remember to not look at it in a way of it not being actually accomplished. You need to like have something grounded that goes along with that so that it can actually happen in reality. It can't just be all hopes and wishes. You have to be able to ground it if you're wanting to have success. And some of you, I think, are on the verge of giving up on that in a way. The Knight of Cups. I think that some of you want to offer someone something here. And that's where that intention and that vulnerability meet with this Nine of Cups. Maybe for some of you, this is even just you moving towards something that you want to put love into. Oh, wow. Queen of Cups. So there you go. So see how he's looking at her, but she's looking down? You could be spying on someone. Temperance in reverse. I'm sorry, Temperance. You could be kind of wondering where this other person is, or maybe this other person's not looking in your direction. You see how he's all that's around him is falling water. It's a waterfall. The water's falling at a rapid pace. And her, she's just in the flow here, the water, playing in the water, enjoying the water. Two very different energies. So I think that your emotions may be kind of, and that's that darkness, right? Kind of getting the best of you here and making this decision. You may feel like you're balancing this decision to kind of move towards something or not, move towards someone or not, or move towards something that you really want and desire. But since these two are out here with the Knight of Cups and Queen of Cups, I really am feeling this more of a love type situation, or at least something to do with someone else. I mean, this could even be like with the Knight and the Queen. This could even look in the way of you kind of moving from home here with the nest and the egg. And in order for things to come to fruition, you have to be able to use your discernment here and release your roots from this place. This could be this, you know, more of a feminine energy that's around you and your foundation. And you still feeling very much connected to that person, having a hard time kind of balancing your wishes along with, you know, staying. Temperance. Oh, nope. The Lovers and the Six of Swords, Six of Wands in reverse, but that could still resonate for someone. The Lovers is that choice. The Six of Wands in reverse. So you're trying to balance out choosing this person and then feeling like it could be successful, or kind of balancing out your emotions so that you can bring this choice out into the open. And you're not really sure how that's kind of going to go here with the Six of Wands in reverse. Tell me more about the Six of Wands in reverse. There's something I'm missing there. Hold on. The Three of Wands in reverse. Something may have not planned out exactly like you thought it was going to or supposed to, or it's like someone maybe walked away from something, or maybe you walked away from something. There's an imbalance that's here. But I think for most of you, this is just talking about, you know, the future. The future. How do I balance this thing out in the future? It's going to be hard, but I have to put this thing together somehow. I have to make this work. And there's a fear here that needs to come into balance. I think you've already made the choice, or at least maybe your heart's already made the choice, that's for sure, with the Lovers upright. Tell me about the Nine of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups, soulmate card, and the Nine of Wands. Okay. In the past, I think that there was very quick moving energy, hot and cold energy, and I think you're kind of sad about that. I think that wasn't exactly what you wanted. I think you wanted more. Tell me about the Six of Swords in reverse. See all the sixes that we see here with the Six of Swords, Six of Cups, the Lovers, the Six of Wands. Six is the number of healing. It's love. You know, it's love. It's like balance. You know, six is also a number of peace. It's a number of cooperating with others in harmony. I really think this is a part of this whole thing. Ace of Swords in reverse with the Four of Swords for the Six of Swords. Lots of swords, guys. Lots of thoughts. Lots of wand energy here too. And water. You have a mix here of everything. That tells me that you've thought about this in every kind of angle. There's no pentacles. You know, pentacles are the grounded thing, so because this has not been grounded. You may be you want to return to this, you want to go back to this, and you're sitting here in this position to where you're thinking about it, and you're thinking about it, and you're thinking about it. You might possibly trying to figure out the truth or formulate some kind of plan here moving forward, how you're going to come back, how you're going to come back in. You know, after you have that big argument like I told you earlier or whatever, and you're like, I'm getting out of this shitstorm, and you jump in your car and you realize you don't have your phone, and you're like, oh my God, how am I going to go back? How am I going to go back? How's this going to work out? I need to have a plan here. I need to just take a minute. I just need to breathe a minute, just give it some time, and then I'll go back and get my phone. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing. Nine of Cups. Justice. Whew. Oh my gosh, guys. Nine of Cups with Justice. You want to tell somebody how you feel, don't you? This is somebody that wants to tell somebody how they feel emotionally. That's why this vulnerability keeps coming to mind. But you have to release yourself from this safety that you've kind of created behind you. This Justice here. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. The Magician. You've manifested this. For those of you that are on the other end of this, I'm going to read it like that real quick, okay? So if this is the other person, then you have somebody here that's wanting to be vulnerable here. They're trying to formulate a plan to come back towards you. And kind of, I think that they want to kind of talk about this past energy here with this Knight of Wands as well. I think this person wants to come in and justify this connection by expressing themselves with the Knight of Cups. And I think that you could have been someone that manifested this, but they could also be looking at you like this magician, like you have everything that they really need or they want. And maybe this Knight of Wands energy that they had here in the past with the Six of Cups wasn't exactly what they were hoping for. They wanted more here. Interesting. Tell me about the Magician. Eight of Wands in reverse. That's frustrating. Delay, lack of progress, having frustrations because for both ends, because either there's a cutoff here, you know, lack of progress, or you're on the other end of this and I mean, this is an energy of something just stopping, delaying. This is a delay in a manifestation for some of you. Maybe you've been waiting on this for a long time. But if you are in this Knight of Cups energy, if you're the one coming towards this Queen of Cups, which this is the way I'm reading it, but if that is you, then you're seeing this as something that you're frustrated because you feel like this person literally has everything that you want and need. Interesting. Okay, so tell me more about the Justice. Oh, whoa. Guys, I'm telling you, if you have someone in mind here, okay, they are coming towards you, and they're coming towards you in a tower moment. This Justice is coming in with a tower. You don't see that very often. When that comes out, you pay attention, and what's above it. This is to clarify this Knight of Cups. Someone's fixing to open up their feelings to you guys. Now, with that being said, they're also telling me to make sure that I express the fact that energy changes, okay, which I hate to burst your bubble, but even if they're thinking about it now and they delay it, that thought doesn't go anywhere. They're in this energy of trying to release. They're wanting to, or they're needing to release themselves from something to do with their rooted foundation, okay? Their comfortability, what they're used to, they're having a hard time moving on past that. And I think a lot of it's they get stuck in their own head here. So if this is you, same thing, just change it up, whoever this is I'm talking to here. Okay, let's get some advice cards. And I ended on the Three of Pentacles. This person wants to commit to something here. This Queen of Wands in reverse, I think that they're lacking some courage. And if you're going to want to work on something with them, I think some of them may feel, and if this is you, you may feel now that you have this truth that this person's going to have this tower moment here with you on, then you're going to need to take that and figure out what it is, which direction that you want to take. You may be sitting in a position to where you're juggling things right now in your life, and you want to face the truth and reality of what you can invest in here moving forward. Some of you may be in an energy where you think that maybe you can't give to this person in the way that you want to at the moment, you know? I think everybody's going to be a little bit different here. So I'm going to get some of these cards for advice. These are the Messenger Oracles. This reading was a little different. A little different. Okay. I can't ignore that. That energy coming off of the radiating off of this right here is very strong. Oh, you know, before I do this, let's get some message cards. Just to see what's going on here. Now, I don't know if these are going to be you or this person because I don't know who really I'm talking to. I feel like this is more the viewer's energy, but this could be your person, so. Okay, what would this person say? Your intellect arouses me. That's that you have everything they need kind of thing. That's hard to find, isn't it? That's hard to find. I miss seeing you, yeah. This person could be reliving moments of the past here with this Knight of Wands and Six of Cups. It could be making them miserable, just reliving the past over and over in their mind. You could feel that way too. I wonder how you feel. I just heard, I wonder if you still love me. Okay. What else did this person say? Okay. I want you. Okay. And so many things remind me of you. I knew exactly what I was doing. So I wasn't going to say anything. But now that that came out and it's right on top of that Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands energy is that hot and cold. It's coming in for, you know, a good time, not a long time kind of energy that's there. Having a wish fulfillment. And then I think this person, for some of you, could have, this is what they wanted, but this didn't end up in the way that they actually thought it was going to be. And I think now they see things completely differently. But that takes them to come back, you know, that takes them, they have to come back. It's like getting down the road and realizing you forgot your phone, and then in this energy here in the Four of Swords where you're sitting there and you're giving it a little bit of time and you're trying to figure out how you're going to get back in the house and get your phone, you kind of almost have like a realization there as well as in that time period of how do you really feel, or that calmer energy being, you know, it's hard for us to make decisions when we're paranoid or when we're nervous or afraid or angry or any of those emotions are extreme. It's hard for us to make a sound decision, you know? And I think that's maybe what happened here. I think that you felt like things weren't going in the direction you wanted them to, so you kind of jumped in that boat and took off. And in that journey, that way, you kind of figured things out a little differently. I can't reach out. So maybe for some reason, this person feels like they wonder how you feel, but they can't. They're having a hard time like reaching out to you. Maybe they don't know what to say. Or maybe if this is you, you don't know what to say. I miss being with you and I miss seeing you. That's rare. Those two cards don't come out together very often. The bottom of the deck. I do love you. Didn't I say that? I said that this person wonders if you still love them. That Knight of Cups is this, guys. This is it. This is that Knight of Cups, guys. This is the Tower. This is justice. This is someone coming to you and saying, I love you, after a long time of them telling you they don't, or telling you, you know, they whatever. Okay. So advice, please, Spirit. Advice, please. Surrender to the flow. That's that ladybug of prosperity there on the leaf. Something old falling, you know. Surrender to the, this is a call for you to surrender to like the leaves on the tree. They have to fall in order for the tree to rebuild itself, in order for the tree to grow those green leaves again. You know, in order for you to have prosperity here, like I said up here, you're going to have to allow yourself to release what was, or release the old. And this could just be in the way of, even in this connection or whatever, Whatever it was, I feel like for most of you it's where you are currently, but for whatever it was, you're stuck in there. And this is a call for you to release it and go with it. Let your emotions flow. Yeah, they want you to let those emotions out that you feel. Oh, I picked up 2 cards here. Show that you care. Holy freaking cow. And embrace the masculine, guys. They're wanting you to step up here. Woo, man. They're wanting you to step up. Show that you care about this person if you want this person. Let those emotions flow out of you. You have to surrender to the flow, to the surrender to what you're feeling and express it. Time is so important. Time is so important. It's the only thing that we can't buy, you know, is time. So valuable. So valuable. I think that's something that you need to kind of think about. The bottom of the deck says, be without malice. So, I'm going to get some, I want to get some eyes in to see what the future of this thing kind of goes. Real quick. Future here. Wow. So, nurture, show that you care, nurture, and missing you again. No freaking way. That's insane. If you miss somebody, why would you not tell them? I don't understand. Like, to me, that's really hard for me to get because I've lost just so many people in my life, like very abrupt ways, like very fast, immediate ways that were very it's just very unexpected. And with that, I've kind of became more of a person that I want to be able to be vulnerable and express myself, because you never know when that opportunity is going to be lost. And I know what that feels like time and time again. And this is kind of this energy that I'm feeling here with you guys. It's like, if you want to nurture this, if you care about this person, then you have to show them that you care. And you do it in a way of, I have to do this, even if it doesn't work out in the way that I want it to. I have to do it, because what if I don't? Think about that burden to carry compared to when you do. At least I took a risk. At least I know now. Instead of the unknown, that's like the worst ever. Not knowing something and trying to figure out your life moving forward is one of the worst things ever. I should have made that choice. I should have made that call. I should have showed up. I should have asked them for if they needed help. You know, I should have done whatever, and I didn't. I should have listened to them. I should have talked to them. I should have been there. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know? Those things can carry with you forever. It's something you'll have to heal from later. Look at that. Oh my God, this is insane. Express, guys. It's time to have a heart-to-heart conversation. Transformation. I mean, I'm mind blown. This is crazy. This is crazy. You could have had a transformation here in your thoughts and the way that you think about this person. It could have changed tremendously, guys. Again, if this is not you, and you're like, this sounds like my person, or this sounds like it could be my person, then it is. I'm picking up on both your energies here. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Have hope that this is a soulmate connection, and that you're going to reconcile here. There's love here between the two of you. That's something that you need to put hope and faith into. Union that's here. Transformation. Whenever this commitment here with the 3 of Pentacles, whenever this kind of takes place, one way or another, whenever you have this union here, things are going to transform. They're going to be so different for you guys moving forward. But you have to take that, like her holding the sun. You know, you have that huge opportunity sitting in front of you to kind of change that whole dynamic here. But you have to trust. I just saw trust again. And you have trust here. You have to trust. It's safe to trust in this situation. Spirit's really coming through on y'all for this one. Obsession. Quit having obsessive thoughts, okay? Someone, I know that's easier said than done. I just throw it out there like, okay. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts, guys. Yeah. I think that either you or this, I think this person is also someone that could be having very obsessive thoughts about this connection, especially with this Eight of, look, trust is there again, especially with this Eight of Wands in reverse, which is a lack of forward movement, you know, of being frustrated that things have come to a halt, or there's a delay, or there's something that's in the way of moving forward. Yeah. Tell me more. Boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed now. If you feel like you're in this kind of energy of you don't know if you can trust the situation or not, always remember you can set up your own boundaries. You can set up your own boundaries, and you may be afraid this person has set boundaries with you. But you have to realize that everybody's supposed to have some sort of healthy boundaries. You know, when we let people violate our boundaries, that's when things kind of start going haywire. This is just a thought that you need to keep to mind. So it's okay that this person has boundaries with you. Something could have happened here between the two of you. Awakening. Somebody's just woke up to this connection, I feel like. I feel like it's transformation. I feel like somebody's just kind of woke up here to how they feel. And again, remember, we have this let your emotions flow. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation here in this connection. So, yeah. Yep. Embrace the masculine here. Step up to the plate. Be that masculine kind of energy. Take that leadership role, you know? Anything else, Spirit, that I'm missing? Unavailable. This person is unavailable to give you all that you need. I feel like some of you feel this way because this Queen of Cups is coming up as the Magician. So that Queen of Cups has everything they need. Everything that they need. They don't need anything else. They can literally make anything that they need. And I think that you may be in this energy of this person is, like you don't feel like this person's available to you in this way, or whatever that looks like. I'm going to go back again to what I said earlier about you just stepping into this power for, that you need to acknowledge that you don't want to have regrets either way, right? I mean, right? So how do you know? How do you know? How do you know that? How do you know? You know? How do you really know how this person feels? What direction they want to take? What boundaries they have set up? These are the kind of those obsessive thoughts that we were talking about, right? We have balance on one side of the deck. One person is giving too much in the connection. Could have been a problem in this connection in the first place. And that's where this, you may feel like this person, you can't give this person everything that they deserve. You may feel that way as well in some kind of way. But there's just a call to have balance here. Second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. So there you go. Okay, so I'm going to get some Moonology. We're going to get a postcard from Spirit. We're close. Well, that was fast. Look at that. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus, which is that Venus energy again. Have faith in your dreams. Yeah. Have faith in what you want here. You know, have faith in what you're capable of making here. Look at this. A time for healing. This is telling me, look at that. A new start is coming. It's weird too. I was fixing to say, look at the moons. They're all close to like new moons here. A time for healing. This is the second chance for me. And go slows under that, guys. It's time to get to know each other. Maybe you didn't do that in the past. I feel like this came through in a reading just the other day. with the Six of Cups and this Knight of Wands. This is somebody that comes in and doesn't really get to know each other, if you know what I mean. They kind of come in a little bit hotter, faster, and quicker, and turn around and leave. And this is kind of telling you to kind of go slow this time and get to know one another, and maybe things will kind of be a little bit different. And maybe you can heal whatever it is that you're kind of stuck in here. Have faith that this will work out. You have prosperity in your hands. You just have to take that control. Okay, postcard from Spirit, please. I'm really drawn to this one. I'm just going to take it. I don't know why. It's just really standing out to me. You are divine beauty. Okay. Dearest you, we're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate through the language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential to being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now, you're facing a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity, be clear, and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer. In your favor, affirmative, we say. So there you go, guys. It's exactly what it's all about. Not a whole lot to say there. Let's get some key cards. We have mirror reflection. You could be in this connection, could be something that mirrors back at you. That's why this a time for healing is here. This person could be someone that you and them kind of always trigger each other into healing. It could have caused a lot of uproar here in this connection at some point. And possibly this person, I think that you've kind of awoken to your feelings, how you feel for this person. And that being said, that awakening could have been caused by this person, and how you're seeing them with this Queen of Cups. That's someone that's that loving energy, right? Someone that does love you and cares about you, wants to listen and support you, you know? And that is maybe what woke you up, because that's something that you couldn't have or access to yourself. It was triggering to you because it was showing you something that you wish you could find or be able to obtain it within yourself. You know what I mean? And like, that's something that you've always wanted to try to control, but this person could just kind of did it so openly, was kind of triggering for you. It's a belief. So there may be some kind of belief that with this unavailable here that's kind of getting in the way of things. Maybe y'all have different beliefs on the way that you're seeing the outside world even. Encouragement. This also, it's a belief, is whatever you're telling yourself. If you tell yourself you're not available for this person, if you tell yourself you can't give this person everything that they need or want, that's what you believe. So that's what's going to happen. You know? It's what's going to unfold. Encouragement and intimacy. Wow. Woo, man, Spirit. I want to get one more. Encouragement and intimacy. They're encouraging you to be intimate here. They're encouraging you to open up. Move away in willingness. Remember this energy that we had here of you having the will to kind of release yourself here from something. Move away from something, but you have to be willing. You have to have the will to do that, right? Yep. Okay. We'll we had L that, oh my gosh, I pulled so many. That's okay. Look, we have the leap of faith in the bowl. Oh, this came out the other day. I love this. I accidentally stuck it in there, and it's a shoe, and it just reminds me of taking a leap of faith, right? We have a lot. There's 6 again, imagine that. We also have a 7. So 7 is you coming into alignment, that reflection as well, you know, you being in that reflective period. But this is also about moving things forward. Moving things forward, like that chariot energy, right? You know, together here, you have 13. So 4 is the number of stability, security, foundations. 3 is the number of growth, and 1 is that new beginning. 2 is the decision that you have to make. You're sitting at a crossroads here with the X. You have C, J, M or W, X. Then you have B, L, U, S. Another C, S. We have 3 A's in the bowl. Always a bunch of A's. We have another S, a Q, an N. There's 3 S's as well. A W, I, O, F. So we have, I see blue even though we don't have an E. So blue, and the color blue may be significant for some of y'all, but blue is like the ocean. Blue is like the emotions, right? We have bliss. Maybe the way that you feel about this person. We have fam. So family may be significant here. We have man. And I heard man up, but I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It's just this card here of, you know, embrace the masculine energy with man here. Let's see. We have boss. This could be your boss. But it's also like boss up. Okay, fine. Well, they're like, okay, you don't like man. We'll just say boss up. We have can. You can do it. Yes, you can. I don't really see anything else. We have max. This person or you may be at your max, maybe at your limit, right? Or the name max might be significant. We have no, we don't have 2 O's. So look, we have loss. That's something that you're holding on to. You're holding on to what you're going to lose instead of what you're going to actually gain out of this. Something that you're really not looking at all. You're really focused on those roots, right? She even has her eyes closed, even though the butterflies, the transformation's pulling her in this direction. Your spirit, your soul is like pulling you here, but you're just holding on for everything there. Okay, I'm gonna hold these up so y'all can see them. I'll see bus. Get a bus. Take a bus and move. They're asking you to move. That's so funny. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was a long one. Hope you enjoyed it though, and I hope it resonates for you guys. I hope it makes sense to you guys. Wasn't really where I was planning on going, but I'm glad we did, because we had the Knight of Cups, the Justice, and the Tower, and that's something that I don't get to see very often, so that's pretty cool. So good luck to you guys, and hope everything works out for you, and I hope you decide to take this leap. And yeah, that's all I have. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your love and your support and your kindness always, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, pile 3. So if you chose the Dream Keeper's Tarot in this piece of clear quartz crystal, This is one of my favorites. Y'all don't know it, but this is actually really heavy. But I like seeing through it. I like the way it looks on the inside. It's just really super pretty. Okay. So, just so y'all are prepared, had a huge download recently. Not in pile 1 and 2. It's been a couple days since I've filmed this one. Yes, I'm wearing the same thing. That's because this is my cardigan. I like to have it close to me. So I don't know what this reading's going to be about, but I have a feeling it's going to be kind of deep. So take a deep breath. I just saw fear and releasing fear. That might have something to do with your reading here. This is a complete mystery reading. So whatever it is that Spirit's feeling like you need to know or understand to help you to kind of evolve, get through this period that you're in currently, it's the message that's going to come through for you guys, okay? So I'm going to use these oracles. These are the Queen of the Moon oracles here to get started. Okay. Pile 3. Well, that came over fast. Trust. 32. It's funny as a collective how these readings come together, because we're talking about what Spirit was wanting you to know. And as a collective energies, similar cards are coming out. Pile 2, I believe, got trust. Okay, what else? Power. Trust in your power. Trust in your strength. Trust in your emotional part of that. Trust in whatever's happening to you right now. This is the number 16, which is the Tower. You may not have come to this yet, but it's telling you there needs to be a change here with the number 32 that's here. And as far as your growth goes and making decisions for yourself, there needs to be shedding of the old and something new that comes to light here. And that may come in the way of a Tower moment, but it's asking you to trust whatever occurs or whatever is happening. The time is going to be a little off for everybody, so it could be something you've already experienced or you will. But there's power in this change. In order for you to grow, in order for you to get to a new place for yourself and kind of break yourself free from possibly being closed off to others in some sort of way. Acceptance, the number 4. Some of you are in the process of accepting a connection, and some of you are in the process of accepting your spiritual gifts, your spirituality. Some of you are in the process of accepting new information. Anything else here, Spirit? Let me see if there's anything else. Yep, I felt it. Attraction. This is what you're attracting. Now we have 444 or 444. They're wanting you to really pay attention to your thoughts here, because whatever you're thinking is what you're kind of pulling in, attracting in, as far as your emotions go. So they're really wanting to use your power in this Tower moment that you may be experiencing here, guys. This could be in the way of just an awakening for you. Yeah, look at this, number 14, another number 4. They're really wanting you to stabilize yourself in whatever information that you have so that you can transform in the way that you need to transform. And they don't want you to drown in the emotional aspect of it, but more it's just the clarity of it with the Sun here. This is really focused on your surroundings, on your what you feel as protection when it comes to your mental capacity, okay? The number 14, Temperance and Tarot, is representing, comes right after death, and death is Scorpio energy. That's the transformation. That's also what we're seeing here as far as the Tower goes. Right after that becomes this Temperance energy, this grounded energy. They don't want you to get too focused in on whatever information is here, because if you do, you're going to drown in that and not be so focused on the actual growth that can take process here. the actual stability that can take process in the transformation that occurs. Now, for some of you, this is very spiritual, and for some of you, you're opening up to new ideas and new things. But for a lot of you, this could even look in the way of some kind of connection or relationship you may be opening yourself up to. I am feeling like I want to, well, we'll just get tarot. Never mind. We'll get tarot to get more in depth about this. But with all these number 4s and these 2 number 5s here, because you have 16 and 15 and 32, I look at numbers in every different way. They want me to explain this. I don't know why, but I look at numbers in so many different ways, guys. I don't only look at the number when you know, looking at a number for me is I look at not only the numbers they're showing me, but every kind of dynamic of that number itself, because there's kind of information in all areas. I don't know why I need to say that. Maybe somebody needs to hear that. Not everybody looks at that in that way, so I've come to figure out, but that's the way that I look at things. That's the way that my spirit guides give it to me to where I can understand. Okay. Guess I needed to interpretate that for some reason. There's a connect that's here. This tower energy that's here in the middle. It's really significant, and you kind of using these emotions or using the moon energy. You know, the tower could be the fact of you may be coming into a tower moment and seeing or recognizing your own shadows in some sort of way. Okay? So you could be sitting in this place to where something is in front of you that's showing you something about yourself, reflecting something onto you about yourself that you didn't see before. It's being illuminated. Big things, I'm saying. Big, something big about yourself. And this could be in the way of a relationship, of your own inner self, of your authentic self, or of some kind of idea that you've been carrying for a long time that is changing. And they're wanting you to really trust in that, because there's 2 different ways I feel like this can kind of go. And if you don't trust and accept, then you're going to attract the wrong thing. They really want you to stay focused here. This could have to do with ascension. Yeah, look at this, path. And faith. These are all significant here. There's another number 4, number 31. And number 8 is the progress. Number 9 is you're nearing this completion. Look, you got that 14 here. So growth, transformation, and stabilizing this. Stabilizing it, okay? I'm feeling different perception levels on this. So for some of you, it may be more of an earthly type thing, more of a grounded type thing, like a relationship, a connection. It could be even on the spiritual realm of a connection. But for a lot of you, this is something, I mean, for everybody, even if it's like a spiritual ascension, this is something that is really, really, really going to change things for you. Like a big redirectory is what they're saying. Redirectory. But this is the most important thing. Focus, guys. Focus and what you're attracting, okay? They understand that emotions are high in every situation that I've mentioned. They understand that emotions are very high, and sometimes those emotions, and I think this is what your reading is going to be about, if we can't kind of gather those and decide what is that illumination there and what is your actual emotions about it, and have the power to bring the two together and trust and accept the information at hand, then we're going to be attracting the wrong thing. If the moon gets too big, supermoon here, if the moon gets too big, if the illusions and the doubt and the insecurities of whatever this is gets too big, then we're not capable of seeing past the moon. It's overshadowing us, right? anything that we see inside of us that could be beneficial and and being able to attract something good out of this, completely ascending to the path that we're supposed to be on, it could actually, we could draw in the more negative things of it. And we don't want that to happen, right? You don't want that to happen. So they're saying here, in order to achieve the goal of what you want fully, they want you to be able to accept and trust the situation at hand and the changes that are occurring so that you can attract what's right for you. There's an energy here, guys. There's a really heavy, significant energy that could really change up things. And now I'm getting like a visual of think of it like a huge bomb, okay, in your life. And you can throw the bomb. It could be a bomb of what? Do you want it to be a bomb of destruction? Do you want to look at that as a bomb of where things explode or get destroyed? Or would you look at that as a bomb of butterflies and rainbows? I mean, whatever you want it to be. Whatever it is that you want it to be. What is that change look like for you? It's a mindset, and how you need to look at it is in a way of focusing on what it is you actually want. It's the best possible outcome of this energy they're giving you here. Look at it as energy. Don't look at it as a tower moment. And then you're allowed to attract what it is you really want from it. The goal that you really want to have here. Okay, does that make sense? God, I hope so. Because I know it was really deep. So I hope that, for me anyways, to express, sometimes I go back and watch, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. That's not that bad. But sometimes when I'm channeling like that, it's like, I don't even know if that makes sense. Just, so I hope it does for you guys. Let's get more detail about this. It's also harder when you're trying to pull on all different kinds of situations that it's referring to. Okay, tell me more about this. What do we need to know? You have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Those are the choices. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Choices. Hold on just one second and I'll finish. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This message is coming to you because they don't want you to get trapped here. And working on the wrong thing. They don't want you to put energy into the wrong thing and pass this opportunity by. I kept saying ascension. This is accessing. Assessing the situation. But I kept saying extension. Guys, when I say words in my readings and it comes out and it's not the word, but I'm actually seeing it as that word, I use that as acknowledgement that there's a reason that word itself is coming to mind, which is kind of funny if you really think about it. Just a side backstory on that. I'm actually dyslexic and can't read and write to save my life. But if you can't tell by watching my channel, sometimes I actually see it as a psychic benefit. It's a weakness that I have, or I thought it was, till I started all this. And sometimes I'll say things that I'm reading it, and y'all don't, some of y'all may understand what I'm saying here by that, but when you see a word, sometimes it can look to you can look at it and see a completely different word. It's because you kind of read fast or glaze over certain things, or your brain doesn't really calculate it the way that it's supposed to. But when you're doing a reading and things come across in that way, it's actually like more of like a psychic benefit, because I use that where normally that would be something that hurts me. Here in this sense, it's actually something that helps me. I use it as to help me in the reading to understand the messages that need to come through. So I kept saying ascension, and it makes me feel like there's definitely and you could be ascending to something else and the next level of something else, the next level of a perception, the way that you are seeing something. Now this number 9 is the Hermit in Tarot. So again, this is that truth that you're holding. And again, look, the moon is the half moon, right? What's the first quarter moon? But see how it's shaded in one part, but the other part is not. The moon aspect, like we talked about here, that shadow side in yourself is being like illuminated, and you're comparing the two of now what you've kind of known, this ascension truth that you're holding. And this is even, I want to break this down into a connection or relationship, if this is that case for y'all. This is the good and the bad of that connection or relationship, and how you can kind of look at the positive over the negative part of it. But you're using that, you're looking at that duality so that you can ascend. But you have to look at the right part of it. There's two parts, the shadow, the light, right? And how it's balanced is the key. So let me just get the whole spread out, and then we'll start talking about this, because I feel like it's going to come out faster now. I could be on here forever. 6 of Wands. One more. I said one. We'll do this. The World in reverse. The Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, this is the emotional, overwhelming energy that I feel here with this moon and what you're actually attracting here. There's a completion here that's taking place, an ending of a cycle, possibly something that you've kind of repeated or you've been stuck in for a long period of time. And now, every time I do these readings, guys, on mystery messages from Spirit, it's always gonna, I feel like, always talk about completing some sort of cycle, because they're wanting you to kind of evolve, right? They're wanting you to evolve in wherever you are, so that you can continue to grow and continue to have that, your heart kind of open up to, being able to recognize the shadow and the light. So with that being said, I feel like they're wanting to really address the fact of these feelings that are here that are very overwhelming with the Page of Cups, and how you need to express these in order to close out this cycle, so that you can kind of put your feet on the ground. You're at this period of the cycle where it's weird, because it's like, if I could do a number scale, it would be 1 through 10. You would be at, I feel like you would be more around 8. Where you kind of have the truth exposed, but then it kind of, okay, look at like a heel. Like a heel goes up at the top and then goes down rapidly, like if you were on a bike, you would go fast down the hill, but it takes you a while to get up there, right? This is like part of this journey that you've experienced here. You've been going up this hill. It's been hard and rough to get up that hill, right? If anybody has ever went back and tried to ride a bike at this age and you haven't in a long time, it's extremely difficult. Guys, I have to show you all this synchronicity right now. I know I'm cutting myself off, but do you see this butterfly on her head? Do you see the colors of that butterfly on her head? Okay, now look at my shirt. Can you see it? Isn't that crazy? Super wild, isn't it? Okay, anyway, back to it. So you're going over that hill. You get to the top of the hill. This would be your tower moment. The top of the hill would be where you gain new knowledge, information, you see things kind of differently, new perspective. Going down the hill, you're going to go a lot faster, okay? And so you're at this like 8 with this truth or knowledge, and this can, again, for some of you, be future energies that you're going into. So everybody's going to be a little bit different as far as that hill goes and where you are. So you're going down the hill and you're going fast, and when things start to get going a little bit quicker, you kind of have a harder time being able to ground everything that you're getting at that time, right? Like, which direction should I go? I'm going fast. I need to make a fast choice. This is the kind of energy I'm feeling, okay? So here you are, and you could be having to make fast choices in a way, but they're saying they're wanting you to kind of relax. And don't let those emotions that you're feeling about that choice you know, I got to do this. I got to figure something out. I got to make this or whatever. Let that get to you in that shadow side. So that's like, it's almost like a doorway to let every part of that shadow in. It's like you allowing fear and illusion and doubt and all this shadow stuff kind of come inside when you get your emotions to that extent. Does that make sense? So they're saying here, the way to kind of work yourself out of this, to close this cycle out, so that you are closing it out on a good note and not in more of a where you're going to have to go back and redo this thing again. It's not grounded right. You need to be able to stay in that energy of where you can focus on your growth, focus on that clarity that you do have, and close your eyes here to the rest of it and kind of just focus on that. And I know that's easier said than done, or harder. I know that is hard, even though I'm saying it like it's no big thing, but I'm saying it in that way so that you can understand. I know it's not easy, right? What's this for? So the Seven of Cups is this energy I'm feeling like when you got that door open. The only energy here that's not blocked, see, all these are reversed besides the Six of Wands. And I know everybody says in tarot, well, reversals are just there to tell me a different meaning of the card. And that is very much so true. But what I'm seeing right here and the way I'm describing it, and it's different in every reading, is I'm seeing these as blocked energies, okay? Because the Six of Wands is the one that's upright, and the Six of Wands is the way that you want to come out of this. How do you want to come out of this? You want to be successful. You want to have things work out in the best way possible. But there's a chance that if you allow these emotions to kind of take over this situation and not stay focused here, you could be really, you know, not ending it in the way that you're wanting. So that's here in the advice where the reading's going here. So tell me about the Seven of Cups in reverse. Woo! Look at that. The Three of Wands in reverse. You know, that's that fear coming in, that allowing that fear of the future and things not working out for you. You already have this here. You're overwhelmed with all these different things of how this thing could go, of what could happen after this, of this newness that's coming in, or how things could turn around here. And you're looking at this in a distance going, what if it doesn't happen right? And this is that door that you have open, wide open, to have all these things come in, all these different ideas and thoughts. Do you see? Instead of having a set plan like you would if you were the Three of Wands, you have like that plan, and you'd be just waiting, because she's standing there sturdy, waiting for that ship to come in. She knows it's coming, right? She knows the route. She knows what time it should be there, everything, right? She's under control with that. She has her wand that she chose, and she's ready. In reverse, the door's open about the future and how this thing could work out. And here's the choices. Instead of it being a choice that's there, it's in reverse, because you don't know. I don't know. There's all different ways that this could go. There's so many different ways that this could go. It's freaking me out. You know, this is opening that doorway up for things not to work out for your favor. And it's crazy because you have these two here, that if they were upright, you would have the Knight of Pentacles, which is being determined and, you know, achieving your goals and pursuing things and coming forward and all that kind of stuff. And then the Eight of Pentacles is you putting in that hard work and effort and knowing that it's going to really take you somewhere here, right? It's in reverse, guys. Because you start to think, oh, I did all that hard work, all that knowledge, everything that I've been thinking about and doing here, and maybe I should just sit on it a little longer. Maybe I should just take a step back, or maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I didn't do enough. Maybe I didn't put enough. Maybe it's been too long. All these things. And it's causing you to procrastinate. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here in reverse? Look at that. The Nine of Wands in reverse. This is where this is the scattered energy that comes in, okay? So I have this new thing and this new bright, deal that's here, the sun energy, this transformation. I have this that's gained. And for some of you, this is like something that you put a lot of work or effort into. It could be with your time, with your, just with your energy in general. Just your energy in general, okay? And it's not worked out in the best way, or there's some sort of delay that's taking place, and it's causing this distractive, chaotic energy to unfold. These are emotions, negative emotions that are building, okay? This is a cycle that you need to break yourself free from, and this could be something that you do a lot of, guys. Oh my gosh. I just took my breath away. This is something that I feel like you could be doing to yourself a lot. Building something up and then leaving yourself vulnerable to the emotions and being stuck on that and not staying focused on what is beneficial and balanced. It's funny, 44 could be 8, which is progress, 8. Or it could be 0. World in reverse. Do you see what I'm saying? Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we'll take that one. Queen of Wands in reverse. So for some of you, this could be an actual person that you're trying to offer something to. But this could also look like jealousy, your ego getting the best of you, you not being kind of focused more on those insecurities that are starting to come into play instead of being determined that you have everything that you need in order to make this happen for yourself. Okay, so see how we've opened the door here. There's the door. Here comes all this energy. All this negativity is coming in. So let's see about the Six of Wands. The Nine of Swords in reverse, guys. There is light here at the end of the tunnel. Then you have to break yourself free. This is the advice that's coming in here. If you can't get past the Nine of Swords, the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck, there may be people around you that can help you with this. Support from others that can help you get through this. And this doesn't have to be people that are just around you. This could look on the way of just reading something, seeing something, someone helping you. It could be this reading, whatever that is, but I'm seeing that. But for some of you, this is also about you just kind of finding this place of harmony and peace as far as what it is that is around you and grounding that into reality. And it working out in a good way. It coming together. This is a coming together in a good way. And even being vulnerable to do that. There's your Temperance in reverse because the Two of Swords is in reverse. And it's overwhelming you, right? And there's the Three of Pentacles again, which is working together, and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you have to be able to work with the energy that you have and to convert it into the best outcome. If you sit on that for too long, the Two of Swords in reverse can also represent the truth being exposed. And so this truth may be right now being exposed, that you are not completely as imbalanced as you thought you were, may be part of what's kind of holding you back here, okay? So you need to maybe stay focused to that. If this is you making a decision of some sort, being imbalanced on that, you can make that decision. But this is going to really feed off of that if you're not careful. You have to come out of this Nine of Swords energy here. You have to break yourself free. And you can do that if you want to be successful. Think of, I want y'all to think of this as like, if this is just on everybody has different beliefs and stuff. So I want to put it in a way or a form so y'all can understand it with not being so focused on the terms that I use, okay? So if this was God handing you a gift of something that was going to blossom, like that balm we talked about, the negativity emotions that you're kind of putting into it right now, the negative energy that you're putting into this would be almost like the devil coming in and trying to take this away from you, okay? And this is what you're having to fight out of. Do you understand? This is what you're having to fight free from. The negative parts in order to have success and in order to break yourself free here from probably a cycle that you've been stuck in for a long time. Can y'all see all these? Barely. I need to move these up, huh? I forget how I put my camera. I've moved it so y'all could see the cards better, and sorry. Let's just keep doing that. I'll figure it out. Sometimes it takes, this is why this is coming up. Sometimes it takes something, recognizing something over and over and over before you can really see it to an extent where it really affects you, so that you can accept it. Focus on the changing it and attracting something better, right? Funny how I use that for that. I pulled these for a friend. These are the Lemira Oracles, Beyond Lemira, I think is what they're called. And I pulled these for a friend in a reading recently, and I'm being drawn to them for you guys. So let's pull one of these. I'm anxious to see what they're wanting to say here about this. What is it? Okay. The artwork that's on here is very similar to the way that she has this energy here. I want to show y'all. You have the world that's here and all the emotions that's down here. And they have the water with the fish down here on the bottom. And then you have this here in the background, which is so similar. And her hands are sticking out here. Do you see how similar these two cards are? This is the power. This is like the tower, right? Our ancient future. You ready for this? An ancient remembering is emerging. Wow. Seed crystals and the knowledge they are imbued with are becoming unearthed. That didn't come out right. Those who see a better future are not just dreaming. Their hearts and minds are hindering to the core of earth-based traditions to bring through knowledge that will help shift the paradigm into balance. This card is imbued with activations and, oh good grief. This card is imbued with activations, and you are being showered with blessings in preparation for a transformation. It may be turbulent at times, but you will grow and heal through the coming journey. You can navigate a situation that you have no experience with by being truly present. Integrity and intuition will guide you, okay? Sorry, I feel like I just jacked that whole card up. In my defense, we are still in retrograde. So I'm going to use that as much as I can, even though that's normally how I am. Anyways, so I have some new oracles. I want to go ahead and use two since I did use that one. I didn't use them for the other two piles, so let's just keep this to ourselves. But I do want to use some of these too for advice. These are messengers, spirit messengers. No. Oracle messengers. I hope. Okay. Can you give me some messages, please, for pile 3, Spirit, pile 3. Honor Gaia. Sorry, guys, I had to pause for a second. Okay. That's grounded energy there. honor the, there's a call here for you to honor, you know, with an ancient future. There's something on here. Those who are better in the future. Hold on just 1 second. Okay, here we go. Their hearts and minds are hearkening to the core of earth-based traditions to bring through knowledge that will help shift the paradigm into balance, okay? So something here, guys, is this is all coming out in the open because something needs to come into balance. Change needs to be placed for something to come into balance. Your structure needs to come into balance. The number 4444 could be very significant here to someone. I don't know off the top of my head what 44 is actually signifying, but I want to say that that's a lot to do with balance, your thoughts. 4 is the number of your foundations and structuring your foundations. And this, whatever this is, may be kind of shaking up your foundations of what you have believed in, what you have lived by, and honoring Mother Nature, honoring how far you have evolved and where you are in the 3D is something that can help you kind of ground all these energies that you're feeling, because I feel a heaviness here of enlightenment, okay? Even if this is a connection and you're changing the way that you're focused on how you see connections themselves, and that's been a part of this. But it all needs to ground in order for you to find the balance that you're looking for. It's saying that you need to kind of balance this out. Okay, what else? We have the source of all. Wow. Some really spiritual type reading that we're listening to here, guys. I'm listening just like y'all are. I'm just channeling this, so. The source of all. So I think this is just an idea that everything's coming together for you guys, and that's going to be kind of different for everyone. But taking into consideration how everything has come together up until this point. You know, how you've been on that long journey upward so that you could have this free fall, so that you could have this freedom. And looking at it in that way and not looking at it in which direction should I go, which direction should I go, is going to help you to be able to move forward. That's how you stay grounded, you know? Know your fears. Absolutely. That's perfect for this reading right here. And something that I don't know why I didn't catch already, to be honest with you. Because that's all I've been saying in this reading, is to know your fears. If you can know these fears that are creating in your mind, then you also know how to dismiss them. You know how to, it's not that you have to dismiss them. They don't like me using that word. It's not that you dismiss the fears. You have to acknowledge that those fears are there, but then comes in that balance and knowing yourself. And if you can actually know what your fears are and know how to balance them out and know that it's just an illusion, and then you can also have one foot on the earth and grounded and what's real and what isn't, that's a lot of power you can contain within yourself. That kind of power can take you so far. And that's maybe something that you're coming into here, knowing those fears that you have. Okay. Interesting. Seek the lesson. I feel like this is like, this also says focus and then act. And I wouldn't address this, but being that we have focused here in attraction, makes me feel like this is something that needs to be addressed. In the darkness of the shadow, the knowledge that you carry, like that third eye with the crow, and the truth sword, the truth that you have. And look, she's wearing her armor. You're in the battlegrounds, I feel like, you know, of this. This is like that lesson. You've been seeking this lesson. You've been wanting to know something new, or you've been crying out to have some sort of change. It's taken place. maybe not in the way you wanted, but it is taking place. And they're like, okay, you want change, here's change. Here's your test, here's your lesson. Let's see if you can get through this, you know, if you can recognize and know those fears so you can get through this, and we'll see where you come out on the other end. Focus and then act. Focus, guys. Focus on those fears and where they're coming from and why they're there. Don't let them take over you. And then you can act on what it is that you're wanting to act on. Okay. Let's get some, really don't know what I want for y'all's reading was kind of different. I'm going to get some, very different. I'm actually going to pull some of these instead of what I used and how I wanted to. This is a mix of a bunch of different kinds of cards. So let me just see what comes out. Okay. The Emperor. The Emperor is the energy of you stepping into this leadership role. Wow, 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 wow. You have everything you need here, guys. You have the Magician here as well. You have the Emperor and Magician. You can pretty much do, that's what they're saying here. It's like, you have this already. And, you know, you already have this figured out. You just have to use your power. Use your power. You may be actually trying to create a tower moment in some sense, especially if this is connecting to someone else. But stepping into this Emperor and creating this for yourself, you have to acknowledge the fact that you're capable of it first. Knowing that you're capable here. The Magician's capable. They have every bit of the tools that they need in order to take this journey, take this step, right? This is what you need. This is the energy you need to embody here. Wow, and the Hermit. This is you having that truth. We saw this here, this Hermit energy with ascension and assessing. But you having this truth here of the duality that's taking place so that you can identify it, carry that truth onto passing this lesson by. I want to express something to you here, guys. These are three major arcana that I'm seeing in front of me. This is a very significant change that's coming, whether you're ready or not. Capricorn energy may be significant to somebody, but I have to point out it does say determined, ambitious, and integrity, which is something that came up in this card here with integrity and intuition will guide you. So these three major arcana that are here, this is the life-changing kind of event, kind of deal that they're wanting you to take control of. And they're saying use the skills that you've learned throughout this process so that you can really honor who you are and what you want to accomplish here. And don't let anything kind of get the best of you there. Okay, I'm going to get a postcard from Spirit, some initials to close. This was a very different reading. Very, very different reading from the rest of them. I feel like it was more of a spiritual type reading for me. But for you guys, anybody, it could be a relationship for if that's the way you're looking at this, okay? But really, I think this is more so based off of you making the decision and not letting the illusions kind of get in the way of that. But knowing that you can get yourself out of this cycle here. Okay, I want to take this one. Oh, no way. Guys, the butterfly was underneath that. I'm going to take both of them, okay? Maybe I had to move this one to get to the butterfly. Who knows? You are divine beauty. Dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means that everything in relationship is in relationship. Every action on this earth has a consequence, and even in the spirit world, there is consequences for every action taken on your behalf. Right now, you're facing conditions that were sent in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being in your favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pay off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step beyond it just by using your imagination and acting on that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Everything you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the ebb of life. Move to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyways. Isn't that amazing? So this is an opportunity. There's something here that's coming back around. This is why integrity, the word integrity, keeps coming out to play here in your reading. This is something that's coming back around, and you having integrity over possibly maybe even some choices that you've made in the past where you've allowed these negative thoughts to kind of create this chaos here for you, and you've kind of blocked out that next phase and that next step, that next part of your journey with those. It's like that negativity is causing this tower in a way, if you will, to kind of have it come back out into play. And they're saying, here it is again. Here's another opportunity for you to kind of take on these energies and face your fears. Know your fears here, so that you can get through this lesson and transform, which I feel like this is what this card's going to be about. But knowing that there's, every action, there's the law of cause and effect. Every action here that you take, a decision that you make, is going to have an effect in one way or another. And if that's a negative effect, then we have an opportunity to kind of balance that out. It's going to come back into balance like justice. It's going to have some place in time where things are going to be able to come back into balance in some way, shape, or form. I feel like you're the one that's going to be the emperor here. You're the one that's going to be stepping up. You're the one that's going to be honoring this opportunity and taking it on, the negativity. You can navigate the situation. Just be present in it. Okay. What does it say? Sorry, I got sidetracked here on my thoughts for a second. You're magical. There is a balance between activity and rest, ebb and flow. You cannot have one without the other. If you're faced with an obstacle right now, the best course is to surrender and non-resistance. Soon enough, you'll see how easy it is to flow around it. Now is one of those times when you must trust the river of your life, go with the flow, and in no time you'll reach what you have your heart and your hopes set on. Just remember, Spirit will keep your head above water. Oh my gosh, look at this. If you stay focused, Spirit will keep your head above water there. And will direct the currents. When it's time for a greater effort, you'll know exactly when you need to work those manifesting muscles. That's this here, okay? It can be challenging to master the flow cycles of your life, but you develop your skills. As you develop your skills, affluence will be yours. Enjoy the flow and trust, imagine that, those currents, those towers, right? For we're right here with you with our little umbrella drink, smiling at your success. Love you so very much. So yeah, there you go. There you go, guys. Tons of synchronicities there, I feel. That's that transformation that's coming into play. Okay, so let's get some initials and some key cards to close. Very interesting reading. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's see what we got. So we have, look at that, guidance. Follow my knowing, absolutely. Rest, relax. There's a call here in this card too to step into that flow, or just, I got that energy from that mountain that we talked about. Going down that hill there. There's an energy here of you just kind of just releasing it. We have passion, willingness. You have to be willing to be intimate, not intimate, but be intimate with your emotions and your feelings. Mirror reflection, See, this is what I was talking about in the beginning. Something has showed you your more shadow side, and it could have been a person that you had in contact with here, a relationship of some sort, but something showed you a more negative side of yourself, and I think that you just became like tapped in and aware to that knowing, that's what that is. Follow that knowing, that mirror reflection, because it's going to show you where you need to heal, right? Encouragement, yeah. Be encouraged. They're encouraging you to step into this flowing energy here, okay? And allow things to take place and unfold naturally. The only thing that could happen here is you getting in your own way, okay? It's another message that's kind of coming through here. We have tea. When I see the word tea, you could look at tea as a comfort, right? Just sitting and having a drink of tea, calming yourself down. This could also look in the way of chaos, because I think about gossip, and gossip is just straight chaos. All gossip does is creates all kinds of different illusions and crazy mindsets and all kinds of stuff comes with gossip, right? So again, not allowing that to happen. 3 is the number of growth. You having that change there. We have an N or a Z. I think this is actually a Z. U, E, P, V, Y, X, and I. So what could we spell with this? We could spell vixen in the bowl, actually, if this was an N. So you may feel like, I mean, again, that's that shadow part for me, but it could be like a relationship where you felt someone was like a vixen, but kind of showed you more of your shadow self that you didn't see before. We also have VIP. This is a very important process in your journey, okay? Very important process in your journey, but you haven't figured that out by now in this reading. You must have skipped it. We have Zen, if that was an N, so you being again in that calming place, trying to focus. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna hold this up so y'all can see. I'm gonna probably leave you here. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this helps, guys. I hope this makes sense to you guys, because man, this was I feel like a lot deeper than the other two, for me anyway. So I hope this makes sense and wherever you are. And thanks for being here. Thanks for your love, your support, and your kindness always. And yeah, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks.